Why do you keep losing things with ADHD? And how do you organize your thoughts? Hi, I'm Dr. Monica Johnson. I'm a licensed psychologist with more than 17 years of experience working with people with ADHD. And today I'm answering the internet's biggest questions on ADHD and organization. Why is it so hard for people with ADHD to stay organized? Organization requires planning, prioritization, and working memory, which are all things that ADHD brains struggle with. Just remember that executive function is your brain's command center. So this is what controls things like task initiation, follow through, and planning, all things that are really hard for ADHD brains and can really have a negative impact on organization. Why do people with ADHD lose things all the time? Well, there's two main culprits: working memory and habits. Working memory is how you keep track of what you're doing right now. So when you lay down your keys and you're not really paying attention to what you're doing, when they leave your hand, they also leave your brain. Also, when you don't have consistent habits with where things live, every single day is a new guessing game. So if you're a person who struggles with losing things all the time, it's really important that you build consistent habits and put things in the same place every single time. How do I organize my thoughts with ADHD? So there's two tools that I really like: brain dumping and mind maps. Brain dumping is exactly what it sounds like. You basically take everything that's in your head and get it on the page. No filter, no organization just yet. And mind mapping is where you make visual connections from all of that stuff that you just dumped out. So basically think about it like this. You take everything in your head and you put it in the middle of the floor, and then you're organizing it into different bins. So you might have household tasks here, relationship stuff over here, or cat musings, Transformer stories, whatever floats your boat. My ADHD disorganization is embarrassing. What do I do? I need you to know that you're not your ADHD. Shame actually makes it harder to get organized because it triggers avoidance. So the first step is genuinely releasing the idea that this is a moral failing. Then get practical support: a therapist, an ADHD coach, a friend who can help you build systems without judgment. Not only will it help you tackle the disorganization, but also challenge the beliefs around embarrassment. This can look like, I'm a mess, I can never have anyone over to my home, or I just can't get anything right. Everyone struggles regardless of whether they have a diagnosis or not. And it's important that you understand that help is deserved and available. How do I manage my time with ADHD? Well, in my practice, I've seen 4 strategies that work really well. The first one is to put everything in your calendar, and I do mean everything. Second, I want you to use timers and alarm systems so you know how much time you have or when you need to transition or shift to the next thing. Third, whatever amount of time you think you need, double it. I'm serious about that. And fourth, I want you to build transition time between tasks, because rushing between things is really bad for ADHD brains. So an example of this could be you have to get out the door and you're assuming that you know where the keys are, but you don't. And you're gonna need an extra 5 minutes in order to locate them. What ADHD organization strategies actually work? Something that I tell my patients is, number 1, function over form. What actually works for you is better than what looks like it should work. The second thing is to set yourself up for success. Pay attention to your habits. So if there's a certain area in your closet where you always dump dirty laundry, put the basket there. 3, you really want to train yourself to put things in the same place every single time. So for example, with your keys, have an area near the door where you always drop them, or designate an area for your shoes and actually put them there. And 4, use containers that allow you to see inside or put clear labels on them. You may hear me say this more than once because this is something that my patients actually use all the time. And by the way, what is one organization hack that works for your ADHD brain? Let us know in the comments below. Is disorganization an official symptom of ADHD? Yes, it is. It's in the official criteria. It's a real symptom of a real disorder. and I really want you to hear that. This is not a character flaw. And once you understand that, you can stop blaming yourself or thinking that it's something that can't improve and actually get the help that you deserve. What are some tools to help people with ADHD get organized? For time, a digital calendar with alerts, and also timer cubes so you can literally see time passing. For tasks, use whatever task app that you really like. It's more important that you find something that you're going to use. I'm also a paper girly, so if you like to do paper task lists, that works as well. For your physical space, clear bins or open shelving is really helpful because for ADHD brains, out of sight really is out of mind. And for capturing your thoughts on the go, I find that a voice memo or the Notes app is one of the best go-tos. Just remember the best tools are the ones that actually fit your life, not necessarily the prettiest ones. How do I prioritize tasks with ADHD? So one method that works really well for some patients is the Eisenhower matrix. This is where you break prioritization into 4 different quadrants. The first is urgent and important. So this can be something like having a bill that's due today or a homework assignment that you need to turn in. The next is important and not urgent. So an example of this is planning a trip that's a few months in the future. The third quadrant is urgent but not important. So this is a great place where interrupter tasks come up. This can be random emails or phone calls that come in and kind of disrupt your day, but they're not a higher prioritization than quadrant 1 or 2 in a lot of situations. And quadrant 4 is not urgent, not important. So you can put something like doom scrolling in this category. Now, if that feels too complicated, what you can do is just identify the most important 2 or 3 tasks for your day, organize around that, and protect that time fiercely. Can ADHD medication help with disorganization? Yes, it can, because it helps with working memory, cognitive flexibility, and emotional overwhelm, which are all things that negatively feed into disorganization. But I want to be really real with you. You're not going to take a pill and all of a sudden become Marie Kondo. Medication lowers the barrier, but you still need to build systems and habits. So an example of this can be something like using clear bins for storage. How do you stay organized at work with ADHD? The first thing that I would say is start off your day with intentions. Identify your 1 or 2 most important tasks for that day and really guard your time around those before anything else pulls your attention. Use your calendar as your command center and block time for focused work and not just meetings. Keep your physical workspace as simple as possible because clutter can distract you. Use a consistent system for managing paperwork and emails so decisions don't pile up. And communicate with your team wherever you can, because the more your environment can be set up to work with your brain, the less time you have to spend fighting it. How do I deal with my ADHD clutter? So you want to start small and keep it manageable because trying to do everything at once is a speed run to ADHD paralysis. Pick a small corner, set a timer for 15 or 20 minutes, and just start with that. One of the struggles with ADHD is losing things, and clutter makes that worse. So this is exactly why it's so important to create habits around where you put things. Have a question that we didn't cover? Try asking the Understood Assistant, a free chat tool on understood.org. It'll give you those quick answers you're looking for and customized tips based on expert-vetted resources. Thanks for watching, and make sure to subscribe to our channel for more content like this.